It looks like a lot, but it's not a lot because we're not going to talk too much about everything.
Yeah, but Stardust Racers is back. Yay!
Yay!
Yeah.
I have a Mountain Dew Code Red, not diet.
Oh, I got D&D tonight. I got monsters in my fridge to stay awake later.
I have monsters in my head. Hello and welcome to the ParkStop podcast, episode 84. My name's Alicia Stella. Joining me as always is my co-host Ian.
Hey kids, Alicia's learning her name for the first time today. And drinking her Mountain Dew.
Oh, the sugar.
ASMR.
Oh, the sugar. And today we are catching up on news, rumors, permits, and speculation from around the Universal Orlando Resort.
Yay. There's lots of stuff going on, isn't there?
There is lots of stuff going on. I think anyone who listens to the audio feed for this podcast will see that we've been like alternating between Park Talk with Nene and ParkStop with you. So it's kind of become the Disney on that show and Universal on this show. And it's just the way that we've fallen into things and that. So if you've enjoyed our Disney show over at Park Talk, please enjoy Universal today.
For sure.
Over here at ParkStop.
I mean, I get to chime in occasionally on Disney, but since you guys started that to talk about West Coast originally, right? And then it just kind of fell into the rhythm that Universal kept doing stuff when we were planning to record.
Yeah, we're alternating. Now it's time to talk about Universal stuff. Well, we did talk about Fast and Furious Coaster on the other show, so it doesn't always line up that way.
Me, but that is West Coast technically right now. So
it is right now, yeah. Did you see the track? Did you see our track?
Yeah, I saw it.
It's gray?
It is gray. I'm not mad at it. It'll look fine.
I like the dark blue for the supports a lot.
Yeah, I think the colors are pretty cool, and the cars look great on the California thing, so I think it's going to be fun.
I say it? I think they got the colors swapped on Velocicoaster and our Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift because that should have been gray and dark blue.
Yeah,
that's the Jurassic World colors, and then this should be the same, the dark gray as the same as Hollywood.
Yeah, it should
Oops.
be. Oh well,
start over. Rip out Velocicoaster. Start over.
It'll look good.
But yeah, speaking of roller coasters, the first thing I had in my notes that I wrote is this week Stardust Racers at Epic Universe has reopened.
Yay! Everyone's excited. I hope you should be.
Not only has it reopened, but all of the lights are working on all the trains. They're running at like twice the capacity they were before they closed.
Is the music running?
I don't have confirmation of that. I want to be hopeful and say, yes, the music is running on all the trains, but I honestly have absolutely no idea. I just saw that the lights are running on all of them, and that's good enough for me right now because I'm not sitting in the ride listening to non-music.
How many times did you and Cass go on it that day and not
6?
have music? Yeah.
It's weird. The more you ride it without the music, the more you're used to it you get, I guess. Yeah. But the first time I rode it without music was shocked. It's wrong. It's morally wrong, honestly.
There's no way it's that good without the music. The music makes that ride feel so glidey. I
used to say it was twice as good with the music, but now I'd say it's like 60-40. It's like it's still 60% as good without the music, but
yeah, the music.
It's still a good coaster. But yeah, I'm looking forward to whenever I get there next, probably in May.
Yeah, and I did get a picture for you when I was there last because I could see them like playing with the track.
Yeah, they were like fiddling with the bolts.
Yep,
even in the pictures you took.
Like.
Every time I saw a picture, it looked like they were, and they did say they were doing their annual inspection while it was closed. Me and Nene did talk about it on the last one. So like the theories were they had to replace every single bolt one by one, and my fear was that if they replaced every bolt, they were going to have to like recommission the ride and like it was going to take 4 to 6 weeks of running it empty or whatever. And then like we put out the podcast and the next day it opened up.
I know. It's funny too because you, Cass, and I were talking about it then the next day and then it opened up, or was it that day it opened up?
2 hours later, Cass is like, is it going to be open when I come in May? And I was like, I don't know. I'm like 50-50 on it. And it opened 2 hours later.
So funny.
Oh, it was testing 2 hours later. That's what it was. The next day it opened up. Yeah, so yeah, we have Stardust Racers back. I still think that this is going to be an ongoing story.
Yeah,
and that,
for sure.
There's been all this like, I don't know if it's even rumors or just like speculation that there might be lawsuits because Universal, when rides don't work the way they want in the first year, they tend to sue the manufacturers. So like
Oops.
people are like, I wonder if they're going to sue Mock, and I'm like, I wonder if Mock's going to sue Universal, and they're going to like cancel each other out because like something was manufactured incorrectly or something was installed incorrectly, and that's what everyone keeps saying. And I'm like, I think the rumor is Mock Rides is the relationship between Universal and Mock right now is severed.
I was gonna say tenuous at best.
It's unhappy, and I'm like, I don't know if it's true. That's just a rumor. It's been discussed in our Discord, Theme Park Stop Discord, link in the description below. That it's been discussed for months that there's been, even before the ride closed because of I supposedly Universal upset that the Stardust wasn't performing as they expected it to when the park opened. To which I was like, well, you changed the timeline on Mock Rides by like with the pandemic closure and everything. So like,
they did more than that too, didn't they? Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know if it's true. Supposedly Universal asked Mock Rides to destroy all of the track they made when COVID hit, and I don't know if it's true. Yeah. I'm just saying supposedly. And then when Epic Universe construction was back on, they're like, okay, let's get back on schedule, remake all of the track, and you have this many years before we reopen for real this time. And it was like pushed back like 2 years. So like,
it was,
but at the same time, to be a manufacturer and allegedly go from we're not making this ride to we are making this ride, rearrange your schedules again and get back to it, and also stick to your original contractual obligations and costs, even though steel went up and all this, I'd be a little peeved. And then to actually pull it off and get the ride open in time, and for Universal to allegedly be like, hey, you didn't get this working in time, and be like, this is the second time we made this ride. What do you what do you mean on time?
In other words, get your popcorn ready just in case.
So supposedly they might be suing each other, whatever, but I don't know if that's true.
Hopefully they work it out though.
I don't mean to perpetuate like behind the scenes drama that is not necessarily true, because if anything, we should all learn from this experience that hearing things behind the scenes and reporting it online only for it to be untrue is bad for your reputation.
For sure.
I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but supposedly Stardust Racers was never opening again.
Oh boy.
Which, I don't blame any. Like, I heard terrible things too. You can speculate that things. Here's the thing though. If there was such an issue structurally with this ride that they could not reopen it, Universal would just rebuild it.
For sure.
Like Incredible Hulk retrack, but instead of waiting 20 years, you just do it now.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, they would do it anyway because the ride's popular. So.
Yeah, whatever would need to be fixed would just as long as it took, whether it was going to be closed for 3 weeks or 3 years, I imagine like Jaws, it would eventually reopen.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like it's the same situation where like Jaws was completely destroyed. Like it was never going to work. So they gave up and completely started over with a new company and like rebuilt it with on top of the bones of the old one. Like they could have done that if they had to, but no, it opened. So it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. They figured out whatever was up and they fixed it. But, there's always going to be people that like have something to say about Epic in negative ways and positive ways. So they're going to dig up whatever they can and do whatever they can.
I also don't mean to call out anyone in particular. No. That particular speculation was coming from a place of love. They were sad to see the ride never open. Like if hypothetically the ride never opened, that would be a bad thing. They weren't like trying to say it's a good thing or anything.
Like I was saying, there's been stuff coming from both sides of Epic. It's been a pretty tenuous park in a lot of ways, but I like it. So I'm also,
I don't know if you've heard,
maybe slightly biased.
There's some surveys going around. I don't know if you've heard.
I have not heard, and I have not seen one yet. If they're sending them out.
Well, since there's a confidential agreement at the beginning of it that says you will not share or discuss anything you see in this survey, I'm going to say, what survey? There's no surveys.
I have no idea. Maybe I'll have to look for a survey.
There's entire articles out there on blogs about it. So I'm not speaking to the surveys. I'm speaking to the blog post I saw that says there's surveys going around about annual passes being added for Epic Universe.
What did the blog post say?
The blog post said that in these surveys, they're given multiple options and they have to rank which one would be more acceptable. To which I would say anything that is not adding it to an annual pass is not acceptable.
Yeah, it needs to be added. I understand why they're a little worried about adding people with the crowds they've had, but I mean, you got your main coaster fixed in the middle of the park, so and there's things being built, right?
Ministry was a walk-on last week, the last couple hours of the day.
That's insanity.
A walk-on. It was 45 minutes. We're in spring break. It was a 45-minute wait halfway through the day at Ministry the other day.
That's insane. Well, everyone's trained now to go there first, so.
That's true. So by after lunch, you get your quiche Lorraine and then you go just like walk on to Ministry.
You and your quiche Lorraine.
You have no idea.
I know. I do have an idea. That's why I said it.
1995, the best $20 you'll spend in a theme park on a quiche Lorraine. I saw someone reviewing all the foods at Epic, and it started with that for breakfast. And I was like, and it comes with a free drink. Like, he's like, I got hot cocoa. I'd buy this again. I was so worried because like 1995 shows up on the screen. And I'm so worried when people see that, they're going to be like, oh my God, for eggs? This is insane. But no, people are like, it's worth it. I would spend double.
You love
so
that
good.
Quiche. So yeah, so we're getting more stuff there too, right? In Epic. Epic's getting.
Oh yeah, that's the whole reason we're doing a podcast.
Yeah. I was like, not just blog posts and roller coasters, but there's new stuff, right? They're already doing new stuff.
I have a list here. Yeah, Project 680, which, do we even really need to talk about Project 680 considering the permit was posted and taken down all within 12 hours?
Well, they're probably they're going to refile it with a different title in it, right?
Well, the description was changed like 2 hours after all the blogs got a hold of it, and it just says site work. I was like, site work, you say?
Everything's site work.
Yeah.
To be safe.
Well, they already stopped using most project numbers except when absolutely required, which is usually the water permits. By the time we get water permits, there's nothing, you have to put a project number on it. And it's like, haha, I got you. But then you can't cross-reference it to notices of commencement or permits and the Fast Track website. You can't cross-reference it because it doesn't say the permit number. So you have to go by parcel number. And for Epic Universe, it's the entire theme park and the parking lot is one parcel. So it's hard to know. This one said a project number, though.
Yeah, and it was 680, and that was, what was your speculation on that?
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to pull it up.
Yep.
So I can read it verbatim what it said when Shane Winston posted it at 5 a.m. in the morning.
Go Shane.
Yeah, y'all should be following Shane Winston Reports on Twitter.
That's a quick draw, 5 a.m. Jeez.
You got to get Burley to work on the news, the real news station. Got a real news reporter here. Okay, here we go. Project 680 originally said mass grading, utility points of connection, and reroutes for early work purposes of a future attraction known as Project 680. Future attraction being the key words that probably needed this to get edited immediately. Oops, someone accidentally put future attraction. And then by putting Project 680, because if it just said future attraction, we all would have assumed it was the Potter expansion.
Yep.
But that's Project 982. So 680 is a new number, which in my video, I made a big deal about how there's never been a project number for inside of Epic Universe that doesn't start with 9. And all I kept thinking is maybe the 6 is upside down.
You also speculated that was tied to 674?
675.
675.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
That was my first speculation. I was like, wait a minute. There was an old Zelda, an artist put on their portfolio website that they worked on concepts for Lost Continent Zelda rides. That was Project 675. And I was like, maybe new Zelda is 680. But then I realized that they still would have given it a 9. I don't understand the 6. Maybe we've run out of 9s already. Nothing makes sense.
Wait. I just thought of this now. Then, if it is Zelda and Mach and Universal are not being friendly, that means no boat. No
okay, so
boat,
here is the
potentially.
This is I'm gonna now be the GIF of I'm now the no, it's not GIF. I will call Twitter X before I call a GIF a GIF. There is.
It's not a graphic.
Dang it. The It's Always Sunny Charlie Charlie meme where like Pepe, whatever, I'm holding a cigarette and I'm going like pointing at a wall. Here is the long-term conspiracy theory brained timeline for what has happened here.
Yep.
Pokemon was going to go to Kid Zone, but then it's now going to go to Lost Continent. Lost Continent was going to be Zelda, but now Zelda got moved over to Epic Universe. Well, probably because Nintendo wants to put all of their rides into one place next to each other instead of spreading it out like Harry Potter. Mm-hmm. That means Pokemon can be built sooner than waiting till Simpsons' contract is up, but it also means Lost Continent. It also means Zelda has to be redesigned from what it was going to be in Lost Continent. Okay. What was Zelda going to be? Well, it was probably going to be the mock rocking boat ride. Oh, cool. Well, you're putting it in Epic Universe right next door to Dark Universe, where we were going to do a small boat ride with Creature from the Black Lagoon. We can't have two small boat rides right next to each other. Yep. Oh, well, let's just have Zelda be the boat ride, and we won't do Creature from the Black Lagoon as a boat ride because we weren't going to do a ride anyway because monsters, screw them. So Zelda is now greenlit. This is all conspiracy.
Yeah, of course.
Zelda is now greenlit for in between Nintendo and Dark Universe as a boat ride from Mock Rides. Mock Rides is like, hey, stop being mean to us, Universal. We're not going to work with you anymore, allegedly. Yep. So now Zelda it can't go back to Lost Continent because Pokemon's already been drafted up and is like greenlit and they're tearing down Lost Continent. Literally, while I say this, I think walls are going up. I'll have to like chime in with a me from the future. Me from the future? Nothing? Okay.
Nothing. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So where does that leave Zelda? I don't know. Limbo, maybe? Again? So what about Dark Universe? Well, what about that Creature from the Black Lagoon ride while we're waiting? Well, we can't because Mock won't work with us. Oh, that's right. So let's do what? All I'm saying is that Project 680, Future Attraction, could be a different Zelda ride that we're not thinking of. It could be reverting back to Luigi's Mansion. It could be, it's probably going to be Dark Universe and they're going to build a ride behind Monsters Unchained. What? I don't know.
I'm not mad about that. I will be a little upset because I'm kind of getting a little annoying that everything is just let's build a coaster. I get it, but I'm kind of over it a little because Monsters is a great ride and it's not a coaster. And
it's also worth considering that years ago, the original rumor for Creature from the Black Lagoon was that it was going to be similar in style to Shanghai Pirates.
Yes, please.
And that they might have been working on their own concept, maybe with a different manufacturer, before Mock put out the rocking boat. And that was just an easy thing to fall onto because it does the same thing, just in a different mechanism. So maybe Universal could go back to doing what they were originally planning on doing anyway, now that the Zelda thing fell through, and they'll go back to the drawing board on that.
The only thing I hope they do is that it's indoor something because that park dies when it rains. So,
well, the Potter expansion and whatever 680 needs to be indoors.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely, for sure. And that's the one thing I guarantee has to happen.
I'm just going to say they could always just dig up boat, not boat. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. It's right there.
It's a small, weird plot. I mean, it's big-ish. Well, it's a couple acres.
Boat, not boat. You could do multi-level.
Oh.
Because it would fly.
It would fly over the boat part. You do the boat part on the ground level. You do the flying part above it. You know what?
Multi-level. Boat, not boat.
Well, that would work for Zelda.
Yeah,
for
Creature.
Sure. So here's the thing, too. I noticed in reading back the last 5 pages of Epic Universe expansion on the Inside Universal forums, multiple people have claimed they heard Creature from the Black Lagoon has been greenlit.
Well, that's interesting. Then it would have to be, if they're not playing nice with Mock, or Mock is just saying, give us money and we'll do it anyway. If it's not that, then it has to be something like the Pirates version of that same kind of ride, right? Well,
or all of that is complete bullcrap and people just make up things because because it's the internet and that's what you do.
Of course, why not?
you think people would do that? Just make up something on the internet?
No, they would never.
It's just funny because I think the last time you and I talked about this on the podcast, I dug my heels in and I'm like, there's no way it's Creature.
You did. And then I was holding on, grasping onto hope and trying to make arguments for Epic to do more stuff.
And we made up did we talk about it on the podcast that we were like, I think it could be we were trying to think of what monsters it could be. And I was like,
oh yeah. I think we did. And I brought up that there's no Hyde ride. There's no Jekyll and Hyde ride.
It was Jekyll and Hyde as an indoor coaster experience where the launch is like the old Hulk version where you transform and that was, and then now all of that could be moot and it's it's actually just, you know what, we were right all the time.
Again.
6 years ago, it was Creature from the Lagoon. We've been right for 6 years, and it's never been wrong.
I mean, we did say it on the podcast before, Jekyll and Hyde, so it might be. I mean, Jekyll and Hyde is in the land, but they're not represented on the ride.
I mean, so. Creature's in the land too. He's on the main ride. Yeah.
That's the difference. Well, there's two creatures though, right? Because there's a head of another creature that is not the creature in Burning Blade. So
there's also Wolfman has a separate ride and is on the ride, the main ride. So sort of.
Yeah, that doesesn't have to be the same Wolfman though, because on that ride you're turning into Wolfman. So there could be.
And on this ride you're turning into Creature. No, that doesn't work. It doesn't work.
I'm just trying to make it work because I like the land so much.
So anyway, what is Project 680?
We have no idea.
It's a new future attraction. I heard other suggestions. Someone said, like, what if because they're not doing the phase 2 dining, what if they turn that into a ride? I mean, they could turn that into something if they're not using it. Captain Cacao meet and greet space, hint, hint. Come on, do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just like, I will buy a ticket tomorrow if there's Captain Cacao meet and greet in an empty shell of a restaurant. Just do it.
There's 3 doors, right, for that thing, for Cacao.
Each one.
We need all 3.
Maya of the Skies.
Yeah, we need all 3.
What's the other one? I can't remember his name. The Vincent Various. Vincent Various,
there you go.
Give them all a meet and greet door.
They announced the names and they didn't do anything with some of them.
You're talking about Captain Lolly. I'm talking about the actual restaurant, but there is 3 sets of doors on the restaurant. Each door is a different meet and greet.
Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Yep.
But no, because the permit says mass grading and connections and stuff, it's clearly an empty field.
Yeah, for sure.
So whatever Project 680 is from the ground up, and this is a site work permit, as it was changed to before it was deleted.
For
future attraction, meaning like they could just be prepping land and they don't even know what's going to go there. Like this is still very early. So it's either the space in between Nintendo and Dark Universe or the space behind Dark Universe, both of which have portable offices in it. So if the portable offices pack up and leave in one of those spots, we'll have our answer. Yeah.
Yep. And that means each side of the park is getting something new and hopefully
point.
Meaning hopefully new and indoor on each side of the park too, which will spread crowds when it rains.
Right. That's a very good point, because Potter on one side. Yeah.
And it makes sense. Actually, it kind of makes sense if it's just because I like Darkmoor. I know I'm stretching here, but it kind of makes sense because then there's 2 indoor rides in Potter and 2 indoor rides in Darkmoor, and you can just hang out and not have to run too far between them. So
since this permit seems very honest, it doesn't say future land. It doesn't say future gate, like future portal. Yeah. It just says future attraction. So whatever it is seems like it could be part of an existing land, maybe. Although Zelda could be still qualified as part of Super Nintendo World, even if it's just, even if it has its own separate entrance. So maybe it doesn't mean anything.
Maybe. I don't know. We won't know until we figure out which buildings get moved to where, I guess, right? That's what we're waiting on.
Yeah, so if they move a portable office or they start digging somewhere, we'll know exactly what's going on.
Maybe not exactly. We won't know exactly.
No, we'll know where to get excited for. what part of the park am I excited for?
Exactly.
I mean, Nintendo obviously could use the capacity, but then again, I think Monsters could use the draw of something new.
I think Monsters is so small, and like one ride is a people eater, one ride barely
the opposite
loads anything. So I think another thing over there would be very helpful for the land in general, just to have more space too.
So when I wrote these notes 3 days ago, I had wrote down Potter expansion mildly postponed, because all of the permits, when I was writing my last video,
not paid.
They say they're ready to issue, and then I read the permit notes and it says like, Universal, you haven't paid your fees yet. And whenever that happens, usually it means they cancel a project, and it scares me. Yeah. Like, if you're not going to pay your $48,000 in permit fees, it's probably because you're not ready to start building yet. Yeah. If you're ready to build, you pay your fees. But then I saw Theme Park Wizard, follow Theme Park Wizard on social media and YouTube if you're not already. Theme Park Wizard, he posts that there's a new permit for the building of the Potter expansion. Just posted. It's like, it literally says internet incomplete, like it just posted. So that's a third permit now. We have one for the site work, which just says site work. It used to say site work for 150,000 square foot expansion project, but now it just says site work. And then there was one for foundations, which also used to say for 150,000 square foot, but now it just says 1-story building. And now there's a third one that is for the building shell, of a building. I was like, okay, things are happening. They're still
That's
submitting.
good.
So it seems like I think they're just taking time to actually draft up the plans. Like they greenlit it before they were done drawing it.
That's good though. That means they're still working on stuff and submitting, so it's still coming.
Alicia from the future here, just chiming in to say that Theme Park Wizard has now posted that the first 2 permits for the Wizarding World expansion have been paid, the fees have been paid, and the permits have been issued for site work and the foundation. So that is very good news. Back to the show. Yeah, I think the Potter expansion is still first. I just think Project 680 is concurrent. It's going to be, the rumor someone said on Inside Universal is that they're already starting to build the next ride while they're still building the last one.
Yeah, I think it makes sense too. I mean, they kind of do tend to do that. They build fast, so.
And then pass holders can get access to the park.
Once we got 2 more rides,
Once we got 2 more rides, when they're open in 2 to 3 years, we can get. It'll double the cost, allegedly, according to blogs, and not the survey itself.
But by the time we get to the end of the year, they'll change that number again sneakily on us until one of us realizes.
Remember, my theory was always it's going to cost $500 more for the premiere.
Yep.
The preferred is only $500, and it's if it's double. I'm paying $800 and something, right?
Yeah.
$1,600 for adding 1 park. Worth it.
I don't know.
For Pizza Moon.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, it seems a little outrageous since they let us get away with our benefits over there already. So.
Yeah, well, $140 at the least for a pass holder ticket to go 1 day. That adds up. So all I got to do is go 9 days a year and it'll be worth it.
It's fine. I mean, right now I only got to go 4 times a year and it's paid off basically with parking and everything that I get.
Well, yeah, for the normal parks. That's too good a bargain, honestly.
I just told Cassie, mentioned her, and she asked if we were talking about Toadstool.
Oh, Toadstool Cafe. Me and her had the best conversation eating at Toadstool Cafe, talking about the garlic knots and how do you screw up garlic knots? And we're like, the garlic knots at Toadstool Cafe are like if cornbread disguised itself as a garlic knot.
Yeah.
And it failed at being either.
We had conversations about how upset her stomach was.
I was going to say, and it was a fun conversation until she got home and things were not good in her tummy. And it was definitely Toadstool Cafe's fault. It turns out cornbread should never be a garlic knot. And there's a reason why.
I can't back that place. The food looks awesome, but I can't back that place. I refuse to eat in there.
What was it? I needed mustard. I wanted mustard for the burger. You're an establishment that sells burgers. And they don't have mustard.
It's going to mess up the colors.
And I was like, yeah, but it's fine. You have to just ask the server who brings you your food, because it's a fancy quick service that brings you your food. And I'm like, can I have some mustard to go on my burger? No.
Oh, man. Of course not. Oh,
no?
Man.
What do you mean? Does a Mushroom Kingdom not have mustard? Why are you selling burgers if you're not going to have mustard? I feel, dude, I could get up and walk to the Meteor Burger and get me mustard.
You know what? There's all kinds of deep rabbit holes that are really dark we can go down if they're serving mushrooms in Mushroom Kingdom. I'm just saying.
The mushroom soup is gone, so Toadstool Cafe is dead to me. That was the reason I went there.
All right, we're getting sidetracked. What are we talking about again?
We don't have to talk too much about the other stuff. But the West Parcel mass grading project has actually started. Yep. And I say actually because I never thought it would. I was like, oh, this is neat. Something we found in the water plans. And then now it's happening. And I'm like, okay, great. Now I have no idea what they're building.
Yeah.
It's, for those of you who don't know, there's this 87.2 acre plot of land directly behind Icon Park, where the big Ferris wheel is off of iDrive, like directly behind it. And it is kind of in between the Epic Universe hotels and Endless Summer. So like if you drove up and down Universal Boulevard on your way from Endless Summer to Epic Universe, you would see this giant long parcel of land, which is just grass and trees. And they are tearing down the trees.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really know what it is, but there's only a few things that make sense in that kind of strip of land. So we'll see,
hotels, a kids theme park, Universal Horror Unleashed. Is it even big enough
for that with a parking lot?
That's the thing. It would be a very oddly shaped. It's not small because the entire plot for Universal Kids with the parking and a hotel is 90 acres.
Yeah, but I'm saying like with the parking lot and the way that it is, and if you're going to do a hotel over there too, that would kind of eat up a lot of space,
It's
wouldn't
just
it?
not round or square.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's
I guess
weirdly,
that's a
it's like
fair
an
point.
L. That's
Yeah,
the
that's a fair
problem.
point.
Is that like if you could definitely do a hotel, it's shaped like Cabana Bay, long and skinny, like all the way down.
Yeah, don't.
It's actually kind of shaped like all of Volcano Bay and Cabana Bay.
You know what? I didn't even think about that though. If they did like the Horror Unleashed thing there all year round, that would be.
That would be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool, and it would give people from like all time of year to go to like do HHN at least a little taste of it.
Whatever they put cool. there, I was thinking they already have hotels that are like convenient and strategically placed in between the two like resort areas. In between, like Endless Summer is directly in the center. And Stella Nova and Terra Luna are closer down to the bottom. So like, I guess I could do more hotels, but at the same time, they've also filled the quota for all the rooms that they supposedly wanted to have by the time Epic opened. And also Terra Luna supposedly isn't filling the rooms as much as they were hoping. So like, I don't see them needing more hotel rooms.
Well, obviously, because Stella Nova is better anyway. So
well, yeah, that's why they want to add a transit stop. The Shingle Creek transit stop is going to be at Terra and not Stella because they need to add some perk over there. You can't even walk across the street.
Yeah, I was going to say Stella's even closer anyway. So
yeah, Stella, you just walk across the street
to like
Epic.
10-minute
Terra,
walk.
you have to walk all the way down to Universal Boulevard, then all the way back up because there's no crosswalk.
Yeah, I think Kay did it in like 10 minutes or so. So
it's just so much unnecessary walking. And eventually they'll do an overpass garden walk. They have to, right?
Yeah, they'll have to do something. I mean, like I said, there's only so many things that make sense in that kind of space because it's like you were saying, it's a weird shape. So even if they did a kids park, it'd be weird.
It'd be a very long, skinny. But then they did Volcano Bay in the same kind of plot, though.
They did. So like, I was going to just
you
say,
can see the highways on both sides when you're in line for the rides.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was wondering if a water park would fit there, but is Volcano Bay even that popular compared to like other water parks right now?
I don't know.
Because they're getting rid of the Tapu for a reason. You know what I mean?
Well, no, I think they're getting rid of that because they canceled their contract with Acesso.
For sure, but also like, do they probably don't need it that badly either.
I don't think they needed it. No, I don't think they ever needed it. It was cool for the extra added features and cashless payments and stuff. The actual queuing, though, it didn't work because the capacity was off from what they had calculated.
I'm gonna hope.
Remember when they sued ProSlide? Universal, after opening a new park, tends to do this.
Yeah, I'm gonna hope for restaurants and maybe a full-time HHN or something over there in a parking lot. Or maybe even another venue, like, because...
What if it's both? What if it's like a hotel complex with good dining because of its location behind iDrive?
I mean, there's a lot of stuff they could compete with there if they did that right, because they have Icon and then iDrive's not that far. And there's
Convention Center, because this is the closer end to the Convention Center, too.
And, I mean, not to bring her up again, but Cass did stay in that hotel, one of the hotels in a little strip on that side of the plot where you could see Topgolf and stuff when you pulled out of the front.
Oh, yeah, that's where this is. This is literally wrapped around Topgolf.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that gives them another place to just go to.
Which is just kind of floating there in the middle of the green across the street from stuff. Like there's stuff on iDrive, and then across the street from Universal Boulevard is Andretti and Topgolf alone sitting in a Lockheed parking lot.
Yeah, that's the Topgolf we typically go to for work too. So I mean, it would give those hotels another place to walk to, because on the other side we had to drive to like get food, and it was packed over there, and it was not awesome feeling.
I did. There was one comment on my video that was like, I'll know what they're building. They're going to build apartments because they're selling it because they need money because Epic's a failure.
Epic's a failure. I love the people that try to push that. It's funny.
I mean, there are apartments right there.
Yeah, there are.
So, it wouldn't be out of the realm of like possibility.
Now you got me thinking, like, if it does happen to be a
That's early 2000s Universal, where they literally did sell apartments behind the Wild West stunt show, and now they're stuck with them there.
It's so funny.
Oh, that is funny.
Yeah, now you got me thinking, if it is City Walk, how would they do security and stuff over there? Just in case it is. I don't know what else it could be.
Yeah. Right now, I'm kind of leaning toward half hotels, half restaurants, but they're part of the hotel restaurants, but they're not like Stella Nova quick service. They're like Helios good full service. as an excuse to go there. But then I'm also like, and Horror Unleashed maybe, because why not? Because why not? That would be something, because it's right behind the Sea Life Aquarium, right behind the Skeleton Museum still around?
I don't even know, actually.
It's right behind all that Merlin stuff. So like, it would be a perfect place for a small, it's right next to like Wonderworks. Like it's right next to all that stuff. Horror Unleashed would fit in so well there.
It would be fun to have a full-time HHN thing here too in Orlando for people. And it would give you another option to do like another thing of HHN when you're down here. Have 4 other places to go through. 4 other mazes would be cool.
So while I was writing the video, I was like,
my hopes are up.
I was like looking at the transit stops, and I was like, okay, so if we're going up Universal Boulevard for the transit system, no matter who got the contract, you know, before or after Boring got the contract, I'm like, it would probably go this way, and I'm following the route. And I was like, well, let me look at the Sunshine. And Sunshine has it literally going through this property, not around it along Universal Boulevard, but through the property itself, because they own it. And it's the easiest to go through your own property. So if we're going to pass through it anyway with a tunnel or whatever, that was always my guess, is like, make this like the place where all the Teslas park, like the main in-between tunnel where all of the tunnels converge and connect. And from here, you can go to Epic, or you can go to Endless Summer, or you can go to the parks.
Also, if you make it central like that, though, right, you could put a parking lot on the smaller end and make it kind of long, and then you could have a point on either side to get in and out of, which would be a controlled entrance too.
Right. It's a great way to park your car, get into a tunnel. It's a great place to have a bite to eat, get into a tunnel. It's a great place to get from another tunnel to get to here, eat something, then get back into a tunnel and continue on where you were already going in the interim. Like, it feels like a very in-between station.
Yep. Sorry, you were on a roll. I just was like imagining that in my head. I was going to forget it. So go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's it. That's the like something worth stopping at.
Yeah.
Not a full theme park. But if you do put like entertainment and dining here, that does mean we probably don't need it over at Epic, and that gives more room for the 4th park.
I was going to say that saves space, so they don't have to worry about like any kind of city walk or anything over there, and they already have the plus that we've talked about. They could put garages on, right? So yeah. That's a whole other park they could just open. And
also, I don't think they need a city walk at Epic, because I do think the open hub thing could still happen.
Yeah, well, also Celestial Park is basically a city walk. It's really nice to walk through.
So like, if you're already in the park, and I don't mean like even, I can't believe I'm going to say it again, but even if it wasn't open hub, it would be more like, let's rephrase it, closed portals. The closed portals theory, where the hub stays open past 5 p.m., but the ride's all closed. Like, you can eat your dinner at Atlantic or Meteor Astropub or Pizza Moon, but you can't go on no more rides because it's closed.
Yeah, I mean, if they kept that kind of theming too for another park too, that would give you 2 big dining areas in the central parks to go to too. Like, they did something similar.
So, but we'll see. Oh, speaking of City Walk.
Mm-hmm. Category 10.
Yeah, Category 10. We haven't talked about Luke Combs' new venue. Have we talked about it on the podcast? No, we just talked about it at lunch yesterday.
Yes, we did. Yeah, I like Luke Combs. I'm stoked to see what this place looks like when it's
going to have free line dancing.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of not that hard to find around here for me, so I don't care about that part.
I care, because it'll be like, oh, you're done at Islands Adventure? Let's come go line dancing. I was never like going to go sing karaoke. So like, this is more, I would definitely pop in here and all the food from the existing location looks so good and weird.
It looks so good.
Redneck bar food.
Yeah, I'm so in, and there's definitely going to be beer, so I'm definitely in.
It's good that it's not taking over anything except for kiosks. I'm sorry, Oyster Pearls, you need to move.
I think it's kind of cool that they're just adding instead of trying to replace something, though I am worried about the fate of the escape rooms.
Why? Are they still? I'm shocked that they're still going.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't mean it to sound like I'm sad if they go. They were fun to do, but they don't seem that popular, so I'm curious what they're going to do up there next.
I don't know. I
remember the bar closed for the most part.
Yes, I think the bar closed. I remember distinctly saying that out of that and Galactic Star Cruiser, I thought for sure Galactic Star Cruiser would limp along forever and the escape rooms would close because they both opened
backwards.
I got that backwards.
Well, I mean, one is significantly less expensive to run.
I don't see Universal Creative opening up offices in the dead carcass of their old thing. So the way that Imagineering has. But yeah,
so sad.
But yeah, Category 10 is going like right next to the Lone Palm Airport bar.
Yeah, there's a stairway there. I'm assuming it's going on the other side of the stairs from the lower water.
There's 2 stairs,
area.
so like directly in between the 2 sets of stairs, you got that whole space. It goes all the way to the water. It's kind of actually big.
Do you think they're going to be an overhang over the walkway? Is it going to go that far? Because that would be kind of cool to have a patio out there that goes over
I do.
I
think it's going to be like on stilts,
That'd
like it's on the beach.
I'd love that. That'd be cool because that waterway is nice to sit on. I like to sit at the Lone Palm just to be near the water over there.
People are like, it's going to ruin the view and like block the view of the water. And Toothsome was like, yeah, but it's going to create a great view for the 3rd story of this venue.
Yeah, exactly. Let me go outside up there.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Someone was saying the other day that the Whopper Bar, say goodbye to Whopper Bar at City Walk. I
heard that too, actually. I've heard it's going away.
I have not heard it, but I saw someone post about it. I was like, oh, that's worth mentioning too.
Yeah, I forget what I heard about the possible replacements, but.
Oh, you've heard a replacement rumor?
Yeah, I just don't remember what it was.
Oh, you forgot.
I forgot. I have to go digging through my notes. I heard a possible, yeah.
Oh, well, let me know whenever you think of it, because I'm just more curious than anything, because it is not a big space.
No.
Like, it shares seating with the other 2 things up there, Moe's and Panda Express. But it's just an ordering window. It's nothing too big. And they don't even sell anything except Whoppers, right? Do they sell fries? They probably sell fries.
I don't even know. I don't really eat there.
I've never eaten there. I just looked at the menu, and it was like, it's just a Whopper. It's like a Five Guys establishment where you order a Whopper and then you pick your toppings, and that's it.
Yeah.
It was the world's first and last BK Whopper bar.
No, I don't think it's the only one.
Oh.
Actually.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think it's the only one, but I don't know if they exist anymore. They used to, I don't know for sure.
Like I said, the world's first and last.
Yeah.
But speaking of things going away, I don't even know how we can talk about Lost Continent going away, because by the time we post this, there will have been news that Lost Continent went away.
Oh, my poor Mythos better be theirs.
What are we? We're recording this Saturday, March 28th. Yep. So everyone knows, because literally Monday, there's going to be work walls up, and I'm going to have to like chime in right now and say, no, nothing. Okay.
Thank you, Alicia from the future.
Yeah. Or no, thank you. We don't know.
Or no, thank you. Is that play? I don't know.
I meant to check. Someone caught someone filming, talking behind Mythos, and I quote tweeted it, and I said, it is with great pleasure that I announced today that Pokemon is coming to here at Islands Adventure. And I think everyone took it seriously that that's exactly what he's saying, but the body language matched. It looked like that's what he's saying. It's a guy in a suit talking behind Mythos with rocks behind him. I mean, what else would you be saying?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably a pretty bad, like, kept secret as a rumor. It seems pretty strong that everyone thinks it's Pokemon, so...
Yeah, no, at this point, I've already moved on, even though I have absolutely no confirmation of it. I'm like, yeah, no, clearly it's Pokemon.
Everyone thinks it's Pokemon. What do we think's happening to The Simpsons? We haven't even discussed that even for fun.
Well, we had more Lost Continent proof that it's happening now, besides all the permits lining up and saying that it's happening. We had the boutique closed. Yep. And the henna tattoo and psychic moved. They all moved. The boutique and everything moved to the front of like the park at Port Adventure. So now we have like a year-round tribute store in the front of Islands Adventure, open air. It's so cool and well themed. And there's a Carnotaurus skull, and it says "Send to Dr. Seeker," but it's crossed off and like smudged, and it says "Not our dino parts."
Perfect.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, but that just goes to show that it's definitely.
But yeah, what do we think? Do we have any idea what might happen to Simpsons next?
Oh God, no, I have no idea. My last speculation was Wicked was going to take it over.
Yeah, but I don't think that's happening.
Right. So nothing.
I guess. I mean, you think they're going to just pay for Simpsons again?
That's what the new rumor was. But you know what I would do? And we've talked about it before.
Yes, we have. Go ahead.
I would put Hill Valley there.
Of course you would. I would
and too. Back to the Future.
But not a different one.
At this point, if you want to save time and money, just put it in there temporarily while you build Hill Valley around it and then replace the ride last. I'm fine with that too.
You should make a sign that says Twin Pines and then Lone Pine, depending on which way you're going in and out.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. But like when Honey, I Shrunk the Audience left. They put in Captain EO for a special engagement.
Yeah, yeah,
Put
yeah.
in Back to the Future the Ride for a special engagement when Simpsons contract ends. And don't retheme it, just de-theme it. Take all Simpsons theming down, and that's it. You don't have to do anything else. Just like a temporary sign. It's like hand painted. I don't care. Under new management, Doc Brown moving back in, and just say like special engagement, limited time only, and then leave it there for 10 years. I'm good with it.
I'm fine with that. That ride was great.
And then when you know what to do with it, replace it. It's easy.
Yeah, I was just curious because we haven't talked about it for a while, and a few people have been bringing it up occasionally. So just curious if you had any ideas.
I saw Jebediah Springfield statue is still missing.
Yeah,
it's been gone for quite a while, I think. So
yeah,
I was going to say like maybe it's canary in the coal mine. It's like no, the police car goes away for like 6 months at a time. It just takes time sometimes to refurbish.
It'd be interesting to see what happens with all that, though. I'm curious.
Oh, and while we're talking about Lost Continent, the Mystic Fountain. Maybe we'll know by now. Alicia from the future? No? Okay.
We're relying on Alicia from the future a lot today. I'm just saying.
Mystic Fountain, just for Lost Continent reasons. Mystic Fountain would be so great at the end of the street in Port of Entry when you go left or right.
It actually would be.
For Marvel or for Seuss. Like right there staring dead at the end. And also if it was close enough to the street so that you would actually walk up to it, it would probably get more engagement from people talking to it. Like if you put it out front, like people have been saying, like put it out front, like in this little spot. No one would ever talk to it. It would stop having a person talking.
You know what would be fun to have that is when they just start letting people in the morning before they let you into the actual park. And you walk down Port
The rope droppers get to talk to the fountain. You can talk
to the fountain, yeah, while you're waiting. That'd be fun.
Oh, Universal, are you listening?
Yeah, please listen. This would be so fun. I know it would probably not be fun to have to build like the lines and stuff to make the fountain, but it'd be great.
There is a note in one of the demolition permits that says east of the statue to be saved.
East of, not including?
No, like there's like some note about like this drainage manhole cover that needs to be marked or whatever, and the descriptor from the city is trying to like note where it is in the plans, and the plans clearly say there's a statue to be saved, and I don't know what statue it is, but like some statue is being saved at Lost Continent now. Like they're not demolishing it. And I'm like, could that be the center of the fountain, please? Is that the statue in question?
Protect the fountain at all costs. I do actually see people interacting with the fountain, so that makes me happy, but it'd be cooler if it was out front.
Like, are they going to reserve the giant Poseidon's, I was going to say fork, but trident?
His fork.
Are they going to reserve the giant, like, where are they going to put it? Like, this isn't the Disney archives. Do we have room for a Poseidon's fork somewhere?
Oh, I don't know. Can I have his head? I just want the head.
The giant head. Is that Darkonon's head?
No.
It's Poseidon's head?
That's Poseidon's whole statue fell down.
Yeah, but that's the evil Poseidon from the original version.
Yeah, of course, but I still want the head.
It makes sense that he fell. He's been replaced with the Las Vegas version.
I'm just going to be sad because the whole entryway of like Poseidon was so pretty. So if it's gone, it's going to be sad. It's probably going to be gone, but it's going to make me sad. I do like walking through that area. It was nice when they left it open after they closed the ride too.
We should leave it to the audience though, and we'll wrap up here. But like, what to become of Simpsons in Springfield?
Oh yeah, what do you want to see?
What's happening at Universal Studios Florida? And while we're at it, Supercharged, what's going on over there too?
Nothing. Closing the doors permanently, forever and ever. I finally made Casco on that too, by the way.
It is funny that we have so many viable rumors and permits for work happening at Epic Universe and Islands of Adventure. They're redoing all of Jurassic Park, the River Adventure, and they're building something on 90 acres in behind iDrive, but we have no idea what's going to happen at Supercharged, which was been announced to actually go away next year.
It needs to go away.
That's what they're going to replace it with. Nothing. You know what they're going to replace it with? It's a big giant empty warehouse. They'll put the Barbie experience in there.
Oh man.
The skating rink.
They're just going to make it a big giant warehouse so they have somewhere else to put HHN without splitting a house. That's what they're going to do.
You have to be very online to even know what I'm talking about. Do you see the Barbie?
Oh man.
$250 a ticket experience. Anyway.
Yeah, they need to do something. there's some of these rides that have, I mean, they gutted that building, but like there's some stuff they need to gut and rebuild from scratch to do.
Let's just bring back Beetlejuice's Graveyard Review.
That makes some people happy.
Turn the warehouse. I was walking through the queue, and the supercharged warehouse is very tall. It's very big. You could easily put some bleachers in there, set up a Beetlejuice show, and while you're working on the reinstalling Earthquake ride behind it, like, you know, you got yourself two new attractions.
Speaking of, I'm hearing Nightmare Fuel is not going to happen this year, but it seems weird that they wouldn't do that when they have two circus icons.
Maybe we can get a clown show.
I want the Fuel Girls. I like the Fuel show.
They could be part.
They better be part.
They could be part of the new Jack the Clown.
That's what I'm saying.
Variety show, like they used to do. They did it in the center stage, just the small stage. It was like a crowd nightmare because of people watching the show at a bottleneck. Do that. Fill the theater with that. Do the dancing still. Do the fire still. But then have like an MC. Have Jack and then like have the show crashed by Oddfellow.
I want it to be Nightmare Fuel, which is already a circus, and just throw Jack and Oddfellow into it.
In other words, the exact same show minus magic tricks.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, the magic's cool, but usually the stunts and the fire is what I'm watching.
I cared about the magic, but it was the same three tricks over and over again. If I see another shirtless character wind an alarm clock and pretend to go to bed and then disappear
we don't need
one more time.
I will say, though, not last year, the year before is probably my favorite, but that's because they had so much going on all the time. You could watch the show multiple times to see somebody new doing some other stunt somewhere else. So
it feels like last year wrapped it up. The story ended in a very satisfying manner. I think it's a good time to move on.
We could use new stories for sure.
He just saved her. Let's go. Let's move. We're done.
Fuel Girls. Let's go. Fuel Girls, Jack and Oddfellow. I want to see that show. I don't need magic.
I think it could be a thing. It's the theme, right? Why not?
Yes, please.
Yeah, we got our tickets. That's all that matters.
Yep, I'm very stoked for Oddfellow. He's one of my favorite icons. So, and Jack is always
leave a comment down below for what you should. They're all going to be like Bill and Ted show. Should come back. Bill and Ted should come back.
Bill and Ted show's going to come back. I understand it. I'm not against. I don't hate that. But
it's hard nowadays because pop culture is so fractured. We all pay attention to our own things. Like you can make a Stranger Things finale joke, and I won't even get it because no one watched it.
I did. Oh man.
All right. Thank you all for listening. Maybe Alicia from the future has one last thing to say. No? Okay. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.